Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you yet another new comic book day haul. Here's my bag of books this week. I put these videos out every Wednesday whenever I go to the comic shop and pick up all of the new releases every week. So let's pull these right out of the bag, of course. This week I've got 7 issues and they're actually all from Marvel. No indies this week. So now that we've got the comics out of the bag, we've got to get the bag out of the way. Alright, now that that's over with, let's get right into these brand new comics. So first off today, I've got Thor number 14. This is the big finale to the Prey story arc that we've got going on for these last 6 or so issues. It's been following Donald Blake, who's been the villain of this story arc. Donald Blake is basically Thor's human form that he would go into when he was first exiled by Odin and made to just be a regular human on Earth. That was his punishment. And then he had the ability to whack down a stick to transform from Thor to Donald Blake, or the other way around. But it's been a very long time since Donald Blake was actually used. But at the beginning of this story arc, Thor has had a lot going on with the Black Winter and Galactus, that whole story arc, so we wanted to take a break and let Donald Blake take over again. But now Donald Blake is evil. In the dormant reality that he would go to, when Thor took over, he murdered all the people there and went insane. And he's been hacking away at the World Tree, destroying all of the 9 realms, just going on a rampage, basically, to get back at Thor for leaving him in that pocket reality for so long. Alright, next up this week I've got Guardians of the Galaxy number 13, but this is actually legacy numbering, number 175. That's kind of a landmark issue. This issue is written by Al Ewing and artist by Juan Ferrari. So that's the same creative team as last issue, except we've got a different artist on the book now. And it's supposed to be a big new direction for the Guardians. We've got a way bigger team. I hope that doesn't actually badly affect the Guardians run. I know that happened with Champions when Jim Zub relaunched the series so that he could have a bunch of extra members. That kind of hurt the book and they weren't able to focus on single characters or just the main team quite as much. So hopefully Al Ewing will do a good job of adding these new characters, but still making sure to have the focus be on like the original 5 Guardians. We've got a bunch of additions to the team. There's Wiccan and Hulkling. We've also got, I think, Quasar, maybe Starbrand or something. I'm not sure. There's a lot of different members being added. But the craziest one of all is Dr. Doom. He's being featured on that second cover. I'll show you guys on the screen. It looks like he's going to be a member of the team and not like a villain, so we'll see how that pans out. I hope that this Guardians run isn't badly affected by having too many members. We'll see how they explain Dr. Doom being on the team. Hello everyone, welcome to the 2021 Marvel Comics Creative Summit. I'm definitely excited to hear what you creators have got in store for the future of Marvel. So we'll start with you, Al. I'd like to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy first. I've got some big things planned for it.
Isn't Donny Cates writing Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, Jimmy. Al has been writing Guardians for almost a year now. You gotta stay on top of these things if you want to get a job here at Marvel. So I think we're gonna need to reboot the whole series. Again? But we already did that a few times, just in these past couple of years. Well, I'm going to be adding a lot of new characters to the cast, so it would be a really good chance to reboot the series. But why not continue on normally, just with new members? Sure, I guess we could do that. Alright then, what additions are being made to the team? I'm adding Wiccan and Hulkling and... Wait, hold on. Hulkling is the Emperor of the Kree/Skrull Alliance, right? He doesn't have time to be a Guardian. No, I want him to be in the team. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. Okay, who else? I'm adding Super Skrull, Mantis, Quasar, Starbrand, or is it the other Quasar? How many Quasars are there? Honestly, who knows at this point?
I know.
Quiet, Jimmy. Are there any other additions to the team, Al? Oh, I'm also adding Dr. Doom. Alright, next up is a really exciting issue that I've been looking forward to. This is Spider-Man Spider's Shadow, number 1 of 4. You can also see the little what if icon on the corner there. I think this is the first mini-series of many more to come, where they're going to be relaunching the What If comics. Way back they had an ongoing What If series, but each issue was like a one-shot from Marvel, and this time around creators are getting a lot more space to really tell their What If story. Over the years and whatever iterations of What If Marvel has put out, it's always been that just exploring alternate Marvel universes where things turned out a little bit differently. There's some sort of tweak that ended up affecting a lot of Marvel history, so it's always interesting to see what writers and artists can make up and create their own history of the Marvel Universe without actually affecting the main Marvel Universe. It should just be a fun miniseries. This is written by Chip Zdarsky, which is great. I really liked his Spider-Man Life Story miniseries. And then he also had a run on Spectacular Spider-Man that I haven't read too many issues of, but that was also supposed to be good. And art is by Pascal Ferry. So we'll see what they can get done in this miniseries, but this one specifically is what if Spider-Man kept the Venom symbiote after Reed Richards told him that it was a sentient being that was controlling him, taking over his body. What if he just kept that and wanted the power of the Venom symbiote? So yeah, we'll see. That's Spider-Man Spider Shadow #1. And then continuing on with the Spider-Man books this week, we've got NonStop SpiderMan #2. I really liked that last issue. The first one, it felt like a good Spider-Man comic again, like really lighthearted. It was a lot different than what we've been seeing in Nick Spencer's run. That's actually gotten a little better too, in my opinion. But if you really want a good Spidey book that's also pretty unique and entertaining, definitely check out NonStop SpiderMan. The idea behind it is that it's nonstop exciting, just meant to make you feel stressed out. They like panel it sideways so that you have to read it quickly, and it just feels like a lot is going on at once. Hence the title NonStop SpiderMan. But this issue is written by Joe Kelly with art by Chris Bachalo. I'm definitely excited to see where NonStop SpiderMan goes. We saw at the end of last issue that Baron Zemo is going to end up being the main villain of this, seemingly. I'm pretty sure he died in the Punisher series. I've got the collected editions back here. I'm sure he'll be resurrected somehow, and there'll be an explanation in NonStop SpiderMan. So yeah, it's a good companion to the main ASM book. That's NonStop SpiderMan #2. That's right, next up we've got a King in Black tie-in, a week after the event has already ended. This is Fantastic Four #30. This isn't as bad as that extra Avengers issue that's coming out in like 1 or 2 weeks from now, even farther past King in Black. I think in this case, at least, it was just pushed back a month or so because creators didn't get their work in on time. But I still picked up this issue because I have been enjoying the Fantastic Four title, and it's just an issue of it. They've actually got a lot of stuff going on in the next few issues because it is the Fantastic Four's 80th anniversary, or it might be, I think it's 60th anniversary, but they're celebrating that with some oversized issues and just big storylines going on. Finally wrapping up King in Black. Just in a couple weeks it'll be fully over once that last Avengers tie-in comes out. So this issue is written by Dan Slott with art by Zay Carlos. Alright, now we're down to just these last couple issues of this haul. Next up I've got Wolverine, #11. Here we see on the cover Omega Red and Wolverine. I think this is resuming that vampire storyline that they had going on before Ten of Swords happened and interrupted the series. This issue is written by Benjamin Percy, as usual, and guest art in this issue is by Scott Eaton. Dracula has been involved. There's also this new character, I forget her name, but that we see on the cover, some sort of vampire hunter, and Omega Red is connected to it all. I think he was working for Dracula. It's been a long time since that last vampire storyline came out in Wolverine. Hopefully they're able to tell a quick story with the wrapping up or just continuing this vampire storyline, though, before Wolverine needs to tie into the Hellfire Gala. Check out my dedicated video on that, the breaking news video if you haven't already, but that's the X-Men event that's coming up. They're going to announce a bunch of the upcoming plans for Krakoa, and Wolverine is going to have a tie-in, so everything in X-Men is leading up to that right now. I'm still excited to see what's going on in the individual Wolverine series with Omega Red and Dracula, all the vampire stuff. So yeah, that's Wolverine #11. Alright, and then finally, this is the last issue I've got this week. It's Iron Man #8. This issue is written by Christopher Cantwell, as usual, and the guest artist is Angel Unzueta. So this series has been pretty all over the place lately, kind of confusing almost, but Korvac has been the main villain. He was recently resurrected. He's basically an android with a vision of the future, his utopia. So he's hired a team of old Iron Man villains, and their mission so far has been to find Galactus' spaceship and find the ultimate nullifier, which they'll use to get their way, to pave the way to their utopia, but they're willing to do basically anything to get there. Last issue, Hellcat and Iron Man were able to meet Korvac and talk to him, and he showed them the future, like telepathically, that he's envisioned, where there was like crystal cows that were peaceful and like non-communicating with each other. There's some pretty crazy stuff going on, but it was obvious that this ideal future that Korvac is trying to achieve what just lacks like human communication, or maybe even humans at all. I think maybe wiping them out is what he needs to continue towards this future. So yeah, Iron Man and his misfit crew with Frogman, Misty Knight, Scarlet Spider, that whole weird team has been trying to take Korvac down. It's a pretty crazy comic, but we'll see what happens this issue. That's Iron Man #8. Alright, well that's every single one of the brand new issues that I picked up this week. I want to know what you guys got though. Let me know down in the comments section below. I'd love to talk to you guys about all the new issues this week. Which one was your favorite? Let me know what your pick was. And before we go, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe. That's the big red button, it's right below the video. video. You can also click that notifications bell, which is sitting right next to it. You'll be notified every single time I post a new video if you don't want to miss any. So that's everything from me for today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye, guys.